Hey, this is Mr. Beckstrom, and today I'm doing an example from section 8.2. This is number 7, and it said two sides and an angle are given below. Determine whether the given information results in one, two, or no triangles at all. Solve any resulting triangles. So they give us the two sides and they give us an angle. So when they give us two sides and they give us an angle, we're either going to have one of two situations. Either we're going to have side angle side, or we're going to have side side angle. It all depends whether or not the angle is between our two sides or if it's not between our two sides. So what I did here was I just set up a generic triangle here, and I noticed that I have little a and big A. So I have two letters. I have two letters that are the same, so I'm going to put those opposite each other. So the angle 30 degrees is going to go opposite the side of length 3, and then I have the other side, so that's going to be 10. So I could put that either here or I could put it here. But if we check the section in 8.2 on these triangles, if we put it in this form right here, it makes it nice because then we can kind of set it up just like this. And once we set it up like this, if we notice, we have this side here, we have this side here, and we have this angle. So this is definitely side angle because this angle is not going to be between these two sides here. Even if we put the side length over here or down here, the angle is still not between these two side lengths because they gave us a side length that's opposite one of the angles, or the angle that they gave us. So we have the case that is side angle, and in that case we're either going to have one triangle, two triangles, or no triangles at all. So once I have it put in this setup right here, remember, what we want to do is we want to figure out this height here. And we want to compare this length to it right here. Because if this length is too short, if this length here is too short, then we're not going to even be able to make a single triangle with it because it won't be able to reach the bottom here. Now, if this length is somewhere between this height, I'm going to call this H here, this height, so it's longer than this height, but it's shorter than this length here, then we're going to be able to make two triangles because we'll be able to swing one down here like I have it right now, or we'll be able to swing it around to the other side over here, like we'll kind of just be able to swing it this way here and make a triangle that looks kind of like this right here. So then we have two triangles. And if this length here is larger than this side here, then we're only going to be able to make one triangle, and that side is going to have to go out that way. So it's going to kind of look more like, let me redo that. It's going to look more kind of like this right there. So really, we need to take this length here and compare it to this height. So in order to figure out what this height is, I know this angle here. We have a right triangle here, and I know this height here. So this is the opposite side of this angle, and this is the hypotenuse. So I'm going to set up the sine of 30 degrees is equal to opposite, which is the h, over the hypotenuse, which is 10. So in this case, the height is equal to 10 times the sine of 30 degrees. And then I can take my calculator. Let's make sure that I am in degrees, which I am. And I say 10 times the sine of 30 degrees. And I am going to get 5. That means that the height here is actually equal to exactly 5. So it is, so this 3 here is not even long enough to reach the bottom. So if we swung this down, this height is 5, this is 3, it's probably going to get right to about here, so it's not even long enough to make a single triangle. So we have no triangles at all. So in order to even make a single triangle, this length would have to be at least 5. So if it was exactly 5, we'd have one triangle. If it was between 5 and 10, we'd have 2 triangles. And if it was more than 10, we'd have one triangle. And if it's less than 5, no triangles. So in this case, we have no triangles. All right. I hope this helped and made a little bit of sense. If you have any questions, let me know. So if we have it in this setup here, what you want to do, if you have a side-side angle, put your angle and your corresponding opposite side on the left and upper right here, and then your second side, put it right here. And then to find your height, just do this side times the sine of this angle, and you will get the height right there. And then you're going to basically compare this length to this height and this length right here. And you're going to have one of those 4 cases there. And they talked about that more in the book. All right. I hope this helps and have a great one. Thanks.